On October 13, the price of Tata Motors shares was quoted at about 650 to 660 rupees, and on the very next day, October 14th, the investors saw the price quoted at less than 400 rupees. So, did the price actually crash by 40%? No, my friends, let's learn more about the demerger of Tata Motors into two separate divisions and the impact of it exclusively from the angle of the corporate action announcement. So this is very important for people who are working in investment banking operations, because you got to understand how corporate actions events are sequenced. I'm a learning partner Sushila Hariharan. If you're interested in a career in investment banking, trade life cycle, hedge funds, and OTC derivatives, subscribe to my YouTube channel where we provide content-centric, research-focused videos on these topics. So let's talk about the demerger of Tata Motors Limited. Tata Motors Limited has demerged itself into two separate divisions. Let's call the existing business as Tata Motors Limited TML, which now will take care of the passenger vehicles only, but the demerged entity that was spun off is going to be taking care of the commercial vehicles part of the business. Let's call that TML, Tata Motors Limited CV. Okay, so one company is demerging into the existing business and the separate business. All right, now the important aspects that corporate actions executives working at hedge fund accounting firms or in investment banking operations must keep in mind are the following. The first one is the record date. The record date is the date on which the investor who is holding the share will get the entitlement to the additional benefit of the share of the newly demerged entity. In this case, the record date was established and announced as October 13th, 2025. This means the transfer agent is going to calculate the entitlements that will be received of the demerged entity in every investor's portfolio. All right, so the transfer agent of Tata Motors Limited will find out who are the investors, how many shares they're holding, and what is going to be their entitlement in the existing company as well as in the demerged entity. Okay, so that is the first aspect of it, that is the record date. The second one is the X date. The X date is very important from the investor's perspective, because the X date is when the share is quoted without the benefit. Now get this clear. Tata Motors Limited has having a combined business of passenger vehicles and commercial vehicles. Let's say that value is 100. Okay, but now it is spinning off the commercial vehicles into a separate division, so it is left only with passenger vehicles. So naturally the price of the demerged entity will be the two different aspects of the stock and the company. All right, the investors will therefore find on the X date the price of their existing share will come down, right? Because the business is hived off, right? The business has gone into a different company and they're going to get shares in the new company as well. So therefore, the investors are having the shares in the existing company and they're going to get additional shares of the new company, but the price of the existing shares in the company has fallen down. Is this clear? So therefore, the price of the Tata Motors stock in the markets will decrease because that entire business division has been hived off to the demerged entity. The third aspect, what is the swap ratio? What is the demerger ratio? The demerger ratio is the ratio in which the shareholders in the existing company will get additional shares in the demerged entity. In this case, it was a fairly fair amount of 1:1, which means the shareholders who are holding one share of Tata Motors Limited will now get an additional share of Tata Motors Limited CV. So TML plus 1 TML CV. All right. So in lieu of their existing one share of the parent company on the record date, they are given one share of TML CV. So they hold on to the existing share of Tata Motors Limited, the price of which has come down because the business has hived off into a separate demerged entity. And the second one is the price has also affected the new company, the new demerged company. Alright, so these are the three things that have to be taken care of. The fourth one is from the stock market perspective. Now, we do not know what is going to be the price of the demerged entity. We know the price of the parent company, we know the price of the post demerger the parent company, but what we have to find out, and the brokers are looking earnestly to find out, what will be the price of the demerged entity. So they have allotted an hour today on October 14, 2025, when both the shares will get listed. That is Tata Motors Limited and Tata Motors Limited CV. So TML and TML CV. Now there has to be a price discovery mechanism for the shares of TML CV, and that should not impact the market capitalization of the index, and hence we find an hour has been allotted for the price discovery of TMLCB shares. So these four aspects have to be kept in mind, because October 14th is the date on which the shares will be traded as two separate entities. If you like content such as this, and where we try to link in not just theory but theory plus practical plus real life examples, do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.